All right, this is group 4, small group for Tuesday. We're just going to talk about expanded form of decimals. That is what you guys were looking at today in MobyMax, if y'all have gotten a chance to look at that or the video, just to kind of review over that and take any questions that y'all might have. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and present. All right, so when we're doing expanded form, keep in mind that it's really not too different when you include a decimal. Okay, let's say we have this whole number, 512. What I'm doing when I do expanded form is I'm breaking each number down according to the place value in a long addition sentence. So I'm going to do 500 plus what?
10.
Right? And then what about for the ones place?
2.
Good. So if I add a decimal to this, all of this is still going to stay the same. We just need to add in the decimal. So let's say we have 0.7. Okay. Once I put it down here, I'm literally just going to write my 0.7. Now, sometimes when you're doing expanded form, they will further break it down so that it has parentheses and it also has the pluses still. And so just kind of keep that in mind as well. Like for 500, they might say 5 times 100. Okay. 1 times 10. 2 times, what do you think? Okay. 2 times 1. And then we have our 7 times, think about the place value. What would that be? Kenya's got it in the chat. Good. 0.1. Okay. So I know that it looks kind of crazy. And sometimes they'll even give you this, right? And then tell you that they want you to put it in standard form, which is just like the normal way that numbers are written. And if you get a problem like that, just take it step by step. Go slow. Because if you look at each of these on their own, they're all pretty easy. 5 times 100, everybody in that group right now knows what that is. 1 times 10. Okay, like everybody in 3rd grade knows what 1 times 10 is. Everybody in 2nd grade knows what 2 times 1 is. So the only somewhat tricky part is this part. And so you just got to really think, what is it trying to ask me to do? Okay. Another part of that standard is thinking about different values and how those values can equal the same amount. And so I'm going to pull up another thing over here so that we can think about some different amounts. Being shown in different ways and how it relates to decimals. So with money, we know that money can be shown with decimals if your amount has any cents to it. For example, let's say I had $15.26. Okay, I've written that out in the chat for you, $15.26. Okay, I could use, oops, let me edit. There we go. I could use this money to show that amount, $15.26. Now, is that the only way to make $15.26? Okay. Does anybody else have an idea of what I could do instead? Because this is one way, and I'll just keep it right over here. Molly, what do you think?
You can do two $10 or two $10 bills and with one $5 bill, and then you could have 10 dimes and one nickel and a penny.
Okay. So I don't have any $10 bills right here, so I can't use exactly what you said. But I like how you were coming up with different options based on the coins. I could even have $15.26 just by having that many pennies, right? How many of y'all have ever counted out 100 pennies before and you knew that value was $1? Yeah. So I could do that for $1, for a $2, for a $3, $4. That's going to be a lot of coins, but it is possible. Kenya, did you have another idea?
So what you could do two $5 bills, five $1 bills, two dimes, a nickel, and a penny.
It does not want me to move these, apparently.
Oh yeah, sorry. I said 10 dimes instead of 2.
That's okay. Okay, so you said two $5 bills, five $1 bills?
Yep.
Let me try those. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, two dimes, right? And then what was the last part?
A nickel and a penny.
Okay. So, I am now going to take this over to here so that I can write on it. Okay. And if you were to write the decimal amounts, here's how you write $5. Let me get a color other than yellow. $5, $5, $5. Okay, I can do the decimal amount for a quarter is 0.25. And then what would the decimal amount for a penny be?
0.01.
Right. Okay. And again, if I added all those up as an addition problem, I'm going to get my $15.26. Now, similarly, let's look over here. I'm going to move these extras off. Okay. Do the $5 again. How do I write $1?
1.00.
Okay, so I got to do that 5 times. Okay, Now I have a dime. I have 2 dimes actually, so I can do 0.10, 0.10. Then I have a nickel. What do I need to do for that?
0.05.
Good. And then that penny again. All right. So, biggest thing that we need to get out of this, again, if you haven't watched the video or done the MobyMax just yet, is that you can represent a decimal amount in many different ways. Okay? It doesn't just have to be the standard form like this. Okay? You can add them up in a very long addition problem. You can combine them in other ways because there's even more ways to make that amount. You can show expanded form, even for money. If you did that, you'd show your $10, your $5, your 2/10 right there, your 2 dimes, your 6 pennies, or your 600s. Okay. All right, one more thing I want to show you guys before I let y'all go. These are just a couple more expanded form practice problems. Okay, I want you to look at number 1 and see if you can find the answer. Number 1 says to look at the number and then try to find the expanded notation or form, okay, A, B, C, or D. If you think you know the letter, you can put that in the chat. Good, Starla. It is C. Yeah. If you look at all the choices, all of them have the first part the same. So 1,000 plus 20 plus 5. But then C only shows 3/10 because there's 3/10 right here. And so that's how we know B's wrong, because that's showing 300ths. All right, then I got to look at the next one, 200ths, which is right there, and then 4,000ths. Good job, Starla. All right, look at this one. Now, this is a different kind of question. Okay, it says, look at the number below, 4,260 and 359 thousandths. What is the expanded notation of the digit 5? So let's find the digit. First and foremost, what place is the 5 in? Because that's going to help you. Very good. Or no. Sorry. It's not the tenths. My bad. I looked at it too quickly. Very close. Hundredths, yes. All right, so now look at those choices and see which one shows the hundredths. There you go, Haley. Good job. Yep, C. So that was tricky because it was just looking at one part of it. Okay, let's look at this one. This is going from that long multiplication back to standard. Take a look. They're all very similar, so you got to go slow. All right, I'm going to get my answer. And I'm trying to do this in my head. That's a bad choice. All right, I got my answer. Kenya, I agree with you. Yeah. Good job. You really got to look piece by piece. What I ended up doing on my scratch paper is I wrote a blank for each one, starting with 3,000, and then I filled in a 0 for any place like the hundreds is missing, so I put in a 0. All right, let's do number 4 here. The digit 7 is in the hundredths place in which one of the following numbers? Y'all can do this. Good, Starla. D. Okay. If you look down at D, that's the only one that has the 7 in the second decimal spot, because it goes tenths, hundredths, thousandths. All right, look at this one. Which one of the following numbers has a 6 in the hundreds place and an 8 in the thousandths? So notice it does not say hundredths, and it does not say thousands. Hundreds, thousandths. Take a look. All right, I have my answer. Yep, I'm thinking B as well. Good. So 6 right here, 600, and then 8 thousandths. Cool. All right, guys, we're going to stop right there for group 4 because I know that some people are coming in for science.